Niccolò Machiavelli's name has become shorthand for cunning, manipulation, and political ruthlessness. But behind that reputation lies a man who didn't just theorize about power, he codified it. Born in Florence in 1469, Machiavelli witnessed a world in chaos. Italy was a patchwork of city-states, foreign invasions were constant, and betrayal was a daily reality in politics. After losing his political post and being tortured under the Medici regime, Machiavelli retreated to exile. There, he penned his most infamous work, The Prince. Unlike other philosophers of his time, Machiavelli wasn't concerned with ideals. He wasn't writing utopias. He was writing handbooks for survival, for rulers, for tyrants. In The Prince, he asked a dangerous question. What works? Not what's right, not what's fair, but what gets results. And in doing so, he offered the world 20 disturbing ideas that would define realpolitik for centuries to come. Let's count them down, and show how they still echo in today's world. 1. Use cruelty, quickly and decisively. Injuries should be inflicted all at once. Machiavelli's first law of cruelty is counterintuitive. If you must be brutal, be efficient, be shocking, do it early. Why? Because people remember long-term suffering, but they recover from a single wound, especially if it's followed by kindness. Modern example. After Xi Jinping assumed power in China, he launched a sweeping anti-corruption purge. While it removed some genuinely corrupt officials, it also conveniently wiped out rival factions in a short, controlled burst of cruelty. The public applauded. Political dissent collapsed. 2. Fear is stronger than love. It is much safer to be feared than loved. Love is based on gratitude. Fear is based on self-preservation, and people are more loyal to their own survival than to your kindness. Modern example. Vladimir Putin uses this principle masterfully. Journalists and opposition leaders mysteriously vanish. The result? A fearful silence, not affection, but control. 3. Appear virtuous, act ruthlessly. A prince must learn how not to be good. You don't have to be moral. You just have to look moral. Machiavelli insisted that rulers should cloak their cunning under robes of piety and virtue. Appear just, religious, honorable, but act as necessary. Modern example. Many authoritarian leaders display religiosity, patriotism, or humility in public, while privately suppressing press freedom or stealing public funds. Think of Viktor Orban, who uses Christian values to justify increasing state control. 4. Eliminate rival bloodlines. To ensure the security of his rule, the prince must destroy the family of the previous ruler. Don't just defeat your enemies, destroy the roots of their potential return. Modern example. After the Bolsheviks took power in Russia, the Romanov family, the former royal dynasty, was executed. The goal was simple. No heirs, no claims to the throne. 5. Use religion as a political weapon. Princes have used religion to give their laws legitimacy. Machiavelli saw religion not as sacred, but strategic. If people believe their ruler is chosen by God, they're less likely to rebel. Modern example. Iran's ayatollahs use religious authority to suppress dissent. The state becomes sacred, and disobedience becomes heresy. 6. Reformers make enemies of everyone. The reformer has enemies in all who profit by the old order and only lukewarm defenders in those who would profit by the new. Even good change is dangerous. Why? Because the losers are motivated, while the potential winners are cautious. Modern example. Mikhail Gorbachev's reforms of the Soviet Union, perestroika and glasnost, were aimed at modernization, but they opened the door to collapse. 7. Always have a scapegoat. When things go wrong, someone must be blamed, and it shouldn't be you. Modern example. In political scandals, you'll often see lower-tier aides resign or get blamed. The leader emerges untouched. 8. Break promises when they lose usefulness. prudent ruler cannot and should not keep his word when it is against his interest. Loyalty is great, until it weakens you. Modern example. Modern elections are littered with broken campaign promises. Sometimes it's incompetence, but often it's cold calculation. 9. Control the narrative. Information is power. Whoever controls the media shapes reality. Modern example. Turkey's Erdogan has systematically dismantled independent media. Outlets that challenge his rule are silenced, while propaganda floods the airwaves. 10. Use force, but own it. Don't outsource brutality, do it yourself, or tightly control those who do. Modern example. Duterte's war on drugs in the Philippines was run by police under direct executive orders. This avoided plausible deniability and reinforced his image as a strongman. 11. Ensure the military serves you, not the state. The presence of loyal troops is essential. Mercenaries are untrustworthy, foreign powers are unreliable. Only a loyal army ensures power. Modern example. In many authoritarian states, military promotions are based on personal loyalty rather than competence. 12th. Divide the people. If the people are unified, they're dangerous. If they're fighting each other, they're manageable. Modern example. Social media algorithms often divide users into echo chambers. This isn't always accidental. Division weakens collective action. 13. Create problems you can solve. Crisis creates opportunity. If you solve a problem you secretly caused, people will praise you as a savior. Modern example. Some corporations engineer scarcity, then roll out solutions that lock in their market share. Likewise, states may increase security threats to justify surveillance expansions. 14. Absorb your enemies into the system. Co-opt your rivals. Give them a role, but no real power. Modern example. In some autocracies, opposition leaders are given minor posts to pacify dissent, while their actual influence is neutralized. 15. Punish publicly, reward privately. Fear is best delivered openly, but generosity should be discreet, or it breeds jealousy. Modern example. Autocrats often stage public trials and convictions. At the same time, loyal insiders are rewarded behind closed doors. 16. Weaponize national identity. Link your power to the nation's survival. Make your fall feel like the country's fall. Modern example. Trump's "Make America Great Again" painted him as America's only savior, so attacking him became framed as attacking the country. 17. Speak of unity while centralizing power. Call for peace while gathering more authority. Modern example. Emergency powers granted to leaders during COVID-19 were extended far beyond the health crisis. Some countries never restored checks and balances. 18. Let others do the dirty work, then cut them loose. Use enforcers when needed, then discard them. Modern example. Nixon's aides carried out Watergate. Once exposed, he disavowed them. It's a classic example of loyal subordinates becoming sacrificial pawns. 19. Make people dependent on you. If your rule is the only way they survive, they will protect you. Modern example. In populist regimes, leaders funnel benefits directly to loyal groups, turning voters into dependents. 20. Never waste a good crisis. A wise ruler should seize opportunities in times of disorder. Crises allow rulers to bypass laws, silence critics, and reshape systems. Modern example. After September 11th, the U.S. passed the Patriot Act, massively expanding surveillance in the name of national security. Decades later, parts of it are still in use. The mirror of tyranny. Machiavelli never told us to be evil. He told us how evil works and how seductive it can be. He understood something fundamental. Tyranny is often legal. It's not always built with tanks and blood, Sometimes it's built with laws, loyalty, and logic. The world has changed since the 1500s. But the dance of power remains eerily familiar, and whether you read The Prince as a warning or a manual depends entirely on what you're looking to build. So the question is, do you recognize these patterns in our world today? And more importantly, what will you do about it?